division. So introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, please welcome Kostadin Enev.
So next bout, brought to you by MMAmatting.com.
You got to imagine that 50 Cal's going to get some support in here tonight.
Yes.
You know, he comes in, he's got 17 fights, he's 13-4. He's fought on some of the biggest stages in the world. I think even he will admit perhaps he hasn't shown on that stage what he's capable of, and he uses the UK MMA scene to continue to improve and get better. But I have no doubt we'll see him on those bigger stages again. This guy is tough, he's durable, and let's face it, he's a UK MMA name.
Yeah, he's a good friend of mine. I've trained with him, I've known him for many, many years. It's one of those things, you look at his record, he's 13-4-0, but that record does not describe what quality fighter is. 3 of those losses are his international bouts on Bellator, and he didn't look out of place on Bellator. He looked like he belonged there, just didn't come out with the victories. The only other loss on his record against Paul Sass, guess what, a triangle. You know, but apart from that, he's torn through the domestic scene. Former Marine PT, incredibly fit, incredibly durable, good striking, good wrestling, good groundwork, and now he's found a new home at SBG under Carl Tanswell. I think this is where it really starts coming together for him.
Yeah, you know, SBG is a name we know from Ireland, and people sometimes forget the Manchester branch. Carl Tanswell, one of the best cornermen in the world. John Bond there as well. You know, with this, Martin Stapleton just becomes a more dangerous opponent.
Without a doubt.
So, ladies and gentlemen, our next bout of the evening to be fought over 3-5-minute rounds under full professional mixed martial arts rules in the lightweight division of the FCC. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, he enters the cage with a mixed martial arts record of 6 victories and 3 defeats, representing respect, Kostadin Enev. And his opponent standing across the cage, fighting out of the red corner, enters tonight with a mixed martial arts record of 13 victories with 4 defeats, representing SBG Mainline, Martin 50 Stapleton. Our referee in charge of the action, Mr. Neil Hall.
50 Cal was like a tiger pacing in the cage, and he just wants to get at his opponent. He's training it, as you say, at SBG. He's got quality sparring partners. I know that he's really formed a friendship with Saul Rogers. These guys are sparring on a daily basis, and that's a quality partnership there, both bringing each other on.
And here we go.
I'm expecting to see a fast start from both fighters here. It's great to see 50 cal back at lightweight as well. I think, you know, the featherweight was just a little bit of a push too much. Sharp shots from
sharp
from 50
right
cal.
hand there. Just staying out of range, but a good combination by Ender there. That was very, very nice.
Yeah, this is no gimme fight for Stapes. Nice knee
knee
comes
to
through.
the body.
And Stapes going for the double leg. I think this is where the difference will come in place. I think on the ground, Stapes will have a distinct advantage.
Yeah, he just sucked those hips out and pulled him down. Ended up doing the right thing, though. Shrimp trying to stay nice and tight to him.
Yeah,
use
trying
the
to grip
cage
up.
to get up.
And Stapes taking a good controlling position over the neck.
Not rushing now, looking to control that position.
Certainly. This is where he needs to be, actually. He's dropping that head in. Good head control. We talked about that earlier on. He said, and as Enev tries to get back to his feet, Stapes goes back to the takedown. And there's nothing worse for a fighter than working your way back up to your feet, only to end up back on your back.
Back again.
This is a better position now for Stapes. He's got a little more room to play with.
One butterfly hook tends not to do the trick, does it? So right now he seems to be in a really good position.
I actually, one butterfly hook in, it's a very dangerous position. It feels like you've got some control, but actually it's easy to pass. And Stapes throwing those big aggressive shots. And this is a nice position to be in. This is a great ground and pound position. Enev has got very little control from underneath. He's got his hips controlled. He can't really escape the position very easily, and this is where Stapes can start dropping in some big shots.
And does. And again, now he knows where he is in the cage as well. He's trying to force him up against, and now he's looking for the guillotine now.
Yeah, he's got the guillotine position. He's cranking it on. This is tight. It's dropped onto Enev's face, actually. So, yeah, he's giving it up. That's the right thing to do.
Nenev's landed some shots there. He's not going to lie down for anybody.
No, and that's where he's dangerous. On the feet, Enev is dangerous. He's got the power, he's got the shots. I mean, Stapes is stood with him, but he can't compete with Stapes' wrestling. He can't compete with Stapes' groundwork. And I think if Stapes can keep that top position, start dropping some shots and maybe using those elbows to open up at his opponent, I think that's really going to start to make the difference in this round. We'll see Stapes slowly accelerate away.
And again, he's showing some patience here as well, not wasting anything.
Nice elbow dropped in then.
Oh, he's onto the back.
Yeah, this is got to be spelling danger for Enev here.
And one hook, I didn't even see him slip that first hook in. And
yeah,
now he's working
second
on the
hook coming in. He's a little bit high. Hopefully he can adjust his position.
He's going to try and straighten him up here. Is he looking for a body triangle almost?
Big shots going in there. I mean, he's definitely chasing the submission. He's chasing the rear naked choke here. I think he should use it. He's got to use the shots just to kind of bring that jaw up.
Almost looking to lock up that body triangle. Now throws in the second hook.
Yeah. And you know what? And especially when it's pro, if you can't get the rear naked choke, you just lever his nose up his face. You go for the face bar. You make it uncomfortable and unpleasant for him.
Starting to straighten him out a little bit now. He's getting better position on the back.
Yeah, if you can get him flat on his belly, then all of a sudden Enev has no control, no strength. It's a very weak position.
Oh,
still around his jaw, but it can be finished from here. If you can squeeze that hard, it can be finished. Enev doing a good job of keeping that choke off.
Oh, no, nice left hand there, gets through.
I mean, it's one-way traffic now. Stapes taking his time as well. He's making sure that he's not wasting energy. He's doing enough to make sure he wins the round.
Trying to flatten him out again.
And this is a terrible position for Enev to be in now. He's managed to get back to his knees.
These shots are being used to these shots being used to soften him up for the choke as opposed to looking for a finish.
I think so, yeah. I mean, they're good shots, but I think if Stapleton can find a submission, he'll take it.
Oh, he can't keep eating them though. They're starting to land with more frequency now.
I especially like the shots that come under the armpit. They're almost the equivalent to uppercuts that come on, but rattle into the jaw. They bring the head up, which is a very good shot to take when you're trying to chase the rear naked choke.
Being very careful with his placement too. One elbow, perhaps a little, as he threw it, the guy Enev turned and took it to the back of the head. But he's looking to make sure that those shots aren't going to the back of the head.
He got a warning for it, but to be honest, I don't think it was due a warning. It was a legal technique as far as I could see. 10-second go. It looks like Enev will get out of this first round.
He's going to have to go back to the drawing board, Enev, here, because he's not going to win a fight like this.
No, certainly. I mean, he didn't take any serious damage there, but that round was a shutout. You know, he was competing on the feet, but as soon as he went to the ground, it's all Stapleton's way. The challenge you've got is Stapleton now has to come out of the second round. He has to do the same thing again. Nope.
And be careful of Enev in those exchanges. He ate a couple of shots there. Luckily, he's got a beard, so the chin is good. But he doesn't want to be eating shots like that if he doesn't have to.
The danger when you've got an opponent who can stand and throw shots and swing hands around is that it takes one shot to find its mark, and all of a sudden the fight's over, and you're looking back on it going, why don't I just take this to the ground? It's MMA. You don't have to stand there and go toe to toe. You got options, plenty of options. And Stapleton's got the skill set where he can go, do you know what? I can take this to the ground. I can stand up. I can push the pace. There's nobody fitter in this sport, I tell you.
Now Kostadin's starting to get a little bit marked up as well. Just some, little bit of grazing and bruising there.
Kostadin looks more. Sorry, Kostadin. Yeah, Enev looks more tired. Nice kick though to the body.
Yep.
I mean, this is where Enev is comfortable. And we saw that exchange then. Both fighters caught shots. And Stapleton needs to push his opponent back, get him towards the cage, so he's got no way of defending the takedown. He can't sprawl. Nice uppercut.
Snap. But again, those shots, that left hand is dangerous. Enev is throwing it with an intention there.
Yeah, I wouldn't say they're the most skillful of shots. He's certainly swinging his arms, but that's all it takes. One of those just finds its mark, and it's all over. And Stapleton can't afford to be in that position. He's doing a good job so far of not getting in too much danger. Nice knee! We both see the same things at the same time.
It's unbelievable. Oh, it's a nice straight right through the middle.
Stapleton taking a little bit more time to use some skill on the feet this time round. He's got good striking, accurate left hook then. And I think if he's going to stand up, this is where he wants to be, just slightly on the outside, picking off Enev with good, crisp, clean, accurate shots, rather than get into a toe war.
And you can hear Stapes' corner screaming for him to put them together, not just one. Put them together, those combinations.
Yeah. As you said before, one of the best cornermen, possibly in the world, is Carl Tanswell. He always knows the right advice to give. He never gets overexcited. He's calm, and his voice can be heard across the arena.
Again, Enev not out of this by any stretch, but still I think he needs to increase his output if he wants to try and steal this round.
Certainly. I mean, Stapes doesn't seem to have the same urgency in this round, and maybe he's thinking, do you know what, I feel as though I can take this, the stand up here. I might try and ride this out and get a little bit of experience, a little bit of a few rounds under my belt.
He's starting to land that straight right more and more. Followed it up with a leg kick a second ago as well. So he's starting to put those combinations together. And again, it's amazing. As soon as his corner says it, he starts to do it.
Yeah. And Enev looking a little more timid with his shots. He's still throwing back. He's usually sort of countering on the end of a flurry from Stapleton, but he goes for the takedown. Well stuffed by Stapleton.
Well stuffed and straight into half guard. Almost had side control.
I mean, this has been one of those rounds where, start to finish, Stapleton's been in control, never been in any real danger. If he finishes this round exactly as he is now, it's a clear round and bang. But he can only get a 10-9, and it doesn't describe the domination of the round.
Right, he's just jumped, it just landed a big elbow jumping in the mountain again, and if rolls, Stapes got a hook in, and again, I think we're going to see him start looking for that. Straighten him out, rear naked choke, although quite frankly, we've seen fights stopped with ground and pound from here. Yeah. This is Matt Hughes, Hoist Gracie, just keep throwing punches.
Again, we go back to intelligently defend yourself. If all you're going to do is lie on your belly and try and put your gloves on your ears, that's not intelligent defense. That's trying to survive.
Yeah, that's the sort of thing I'd be doing in there, I think. There's nothing intelligent about it.
Yeah, and the screaming and the crying.
That's true. I tried to hold off on that till I got home. Stapes again dominating this round, holding position. As soon as he seems to get top position, whether it's on the back,
and it's all over.
It.
I think it's a fair stoppage. Enev just wasn't doing anything really to intelligently defend himself.
It's all right being tough, but being tough and getting hit too many times are two different things. Kostadin Enev, a game opponent, but Stapes' experience and his power and his control on top, his wrestling just proven a little too much for Enev tonight. Just seems certainly on the UK scene that Stapleton has to be up among the top lightweights in the country. So we're going to pass it over to our ring announcer, Jonathan Millard, who's going to call a time and the result.
And so, ladies and gentlemen, after 3 minutes, 57 seconds of the second round, your winner by TKO referee stoppage, Red Martin Stapleton. And let's cheer for his opponent, let's cheer for Kostadin Enev.
So I'm here with Martin Stapleton. That was a great performance, actually. Very composed. Was that the intention?
Yeah, there is no intent. I just want to come out and fight. I don't really have a game plan. I don't have nothing like that. I'm just coming out for a fight and putting a performance for everyone.
Yeah, you had some tough times in the international rankings, and you're now back in the domestic scene, trying to make your way back up there. What's happening for you after this bout? What's the future hold for you?
Well, see, I want to fight again before the end of the year. So there's a few shows kicking the belt. Hopefully I'll get something sorted this week. I'll fight anyone in the UK, anyone in Europe, because I'm the best. I'll fight anyone.
So the biggest change that I've seen happen for you is you're now fighting under Carl Tanswell, one of the top coaches in the country, and at SBG. What's that change made for you? What's different?
Look, where do I start? There's been a lot of changes in my, not just in my MMA stuff in my life as well, but Carl's made a massive difference to me. I just want to say a massive thank you to him and all the lads at SBG who just welcome me with open arms.
It's always a pleasure to see you. We've known each other for a long time, mate. I love seeing you win again. And hopefully the crowd will give you a round of applause. Back to winning ways.